This is the podcast to improve your English listening skills while learning something new in English. Every episode, we bring you interesting topics in simple and clear English, so you can listen, learn, and grow. So, sit back, relax, and let's get started.
All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into Sundanese philosophy.
Sounds good.
And we've got this really interesting document
Yeah.
that lays out all of these principles for daily life, really.
Yeah.
And it's all about, it's really rooted in this deep connection to nature and community and simplicity and
just sort of a very grounded approach, I think, to life and how to live it.
Exactly. Yeah. And so what we want to do today is kind of pull out the key insights from these principles. You know, those real nuggets of wisdom that you can kind of take away and use in your own life.
Yeah. And what's so cool is that they're, like you said, they're very practical, right? They're not these super abstract, lofty ideals. They're really about how you interact with the world and the people around you.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump right in.
Okay.
The first one is Sliasa, Sili Asi Siki Asu. Now that breaks down to mutual sharpening. So sharing knowledge, mutual affection, doing good for others, and mutual nurturing, offering guidance. And it seems to me like it really emphasizes that interconnectedness.
It really does. Yeah. It's all about this idea that, everybody has something to offer. Everybody has something to learn. And, think about it in a traditional Sundanese village.
Right.
If you were to share, a new farming technique or offer support to somebody during a difficult time or help somebody, learn a new skill. It wasn't just an act of kindness. It was vital to the well-being of the whole community.
Right. It makes you think about the way we interact with people in our own modern lives.
Yeah.
And how maybe we learn something from that.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next one. We have Kajer Barger, Beener Pinter Singer.
Okay.
So this is kind of a list of 5 qualities of an ideal person.
Right.
So Kajur means healthy in body and mind.
Right.
Bajur is kind and moral. Beggar is honest and acting rightly.
Okay.
Pinter is intelligent and capable.
Okay.
And singer is skillful with initiative.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, it's quite a list.
It covers a lot of ground.
It does, and what I think is interesting is how these qualities all seem to build on each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can imagine how if somebody is striving to be better, honest and do the right thing, they're more likely to act with bajur, with kindness, and make good decisions. Yeah. Which is part of being Pinter.
Yeah, so it's kind of a holistic
view
of development.
It's not just about one thing. It's about all of these different aspects.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the next principle is Somea Hade Kasima.
Oh, right.
Now, this one is about being friendly and welcoming to guests.
Okay.
It sounds simple, but it's actually...
Yeah, it seems simple on the surface, but it really speaks to something deeper.
It's not just about surface level politeness.
Right. It's about genuine respect for others.
Yeah.
Even people you don't know.
Yeah. And I guess it also creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Absolutely. Think about how a warm welcome can just completely change the tone of an interaction.
Right.
It can foster understanding and connection.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So moving on, we've got Ula kumiok sememe dipakak.
All right.
Now this one translates to, don't give up before you've been pecked.
That's a great one.
It is.
It's very visual.
It is. And I think it speaks to that idea
Yeah.
of resilience,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely. It's like you're saying, don't surrender before you've even really tried. You know, put in the effort.
Yeah.
Face the struggle before you just give up. There's a real belief in the power of perseverance there.
Yeah, I think that's something we can all relate to. Okay, so the fifth principle is gajaga tatali paranti.
Okay.
This one's about valuing and preserving good traditions and customs.
Right. So respecting the wisdom of the past.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's not about blindly following every old tradition, but more about recognizing the value in those traditions that have shaped their society.
Right. It's about understanding where we came from and how those past experiences can still inform our lives today.
Yeah, for sure. And then finally we have harap sayuna.
Okay.
So this one means living in togetherness and mutual cooperation.
Right. Working together.
Yeah, exactly. And it really brings us back to that strong sense of community.
It does. Yeah. It kind of ties it all together.
It does, right. And it highlights the power of collective action.
Absolutely. When people come together with a common goal, they can achieve amazing things.
Yeah, so I guess when we step back and look at all of these, Sundanese philosophy really seems to offer a holistic approach to life.
Yeah.
Emphasizing harmony, personal growth, respect for others, the importance of effort,
Right.
and the strength found in community.
I think what's amazing is how these principles are expressed so simply, but they offer such profound guidance.
They do.
For navigating life's complexities.
So as you go about your day, think about these principles.
Yeah.
Which one resonates most with you? And how might incorporating it offer you a new way forward?
That's something to ponder.
It is. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Sundanese philosophy.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.